Charlestown Board of Public Works. Today is April 2nd, 2026. It is 10 a.m. and we will begin our meeting. It's being live streamed by Under Production Multimedia. We'll say the Pledge of Allegiance and get started here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Let the record show all board members are present, as well as Deputy Clerk Treasurer Lacey Demons, and we have our attorney Barry McCall with us as well. We have an agenda that's been provided. The only edit I need to make is I need to read in a claim for Lincoln Springs Tree Farms Incorporated. So I would entertain a motion to adopt that amended agenda.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Ernie Thompson, second by Maggie Wild. Any other questions or edits? All in favor say aye.
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 It's unanimous. We have our standing business, which includes our approval of our minutes from March 19th, the current claims as provided, as well as a claim from Lincoln Springs Tree Farms Incorporated in the amount of $5,000. This is the payment that we will make from the Parks Revenue Fund for the trees that's related to the Department of Natural Resources grant that will reimburse us. So we received a Department of Natural Resources $5,000 grant to plant trees, actually planting those today, under the supervision of our local park manager. And we pay it out, they reimburse. So we will be getting this money back, but that's what that is for. So add that to the claims. And then our payroll allowance docket from March 10th to March 29th. Entertain a motion to approve all of those.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Maggie Wild.
I'll second.
Second by Ernie Thompson. Any questions on any of that? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is unanimous.
How many trees do we get?
It's 30, but they're quite mature. They're 15-gallon trees, so they're actually quite large. Most of them are already 8 to 10 feet tall. They're really big. The whole variety.
I didn't realize it'd be 30. I thought.
Yeah, they're big. They're big. We're having to use an auger to dig the holes and put them in. Like I said, we're under supervision from the park manager out here at Charleston State Park. So we want to make sure we do it right. So
Never do we have 30.
yeah, it's quite a few. They're going at Greenway Park, Little League, Family Activities Park, and then here on the square, I think are the primary locations.
And Knoble.
Oh, and Knoble Park, to try to provide some natural shade for the parks, but also to replace them, like on the square, we've got a tree in this front corner that's about to go, it's not looking good at all, so we're gonna try to get another one coming in right after it, so, yeah. All right, I don't see anyone signed up for public comments, no old business, move straight into new business, and I think everything's related to parks. Carrie?
And sorry if I look a little crazy, because I've been.
You're planting trees.
I'm planting trees this morning, so I left to run over here.
That's my excuse today, too. I'm leaving here to go plant trees.
I've noticed I have a little mud on my shoes, so I'm trying not to like get it on my carpet. All right, so the very first thing I have is for one of our Music in the Parks. This will be the last contract, and then we have them all locked in. So this one will be for August 7th. This is for Doc Holiday. We have the general service agreement that we use for all of our bands. And then we have the W-9 and the workers' comp insurance waiver. This amount will be for $900 on August 7th.
Is that one's sponsored? All these were sponsored, right?
Yes, we actually have a sponsor this year that covers all the cost of all of our music in the parks.
Great.
It's one sponsor.
So do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ernie Thompson, second by Maggie Wild. Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is unanimous. Up next, splash pad.
Okay, so this one's a little,
This one's all-
and Trina might be able to, or the owner might be able to explain it a little better for us. So many of you know that we have the Family Activities Park and we have the splash pad. The splash pad has so much paint on it that it's chipping off. It's years of paint where they would paint it, then the next year we repaint it, so it's like this thick. Our crew has tried everything. I mean, from running machines to being on their hands and knees trying to scrape this paint. It is so bad this year that there's no way that we could open the Family Activities Park in May with the splash pad. So we kind of started this process last year and we reached out to two different companies. One company gave 2 quotes and the other one gave another one. It was kind of expensive, so we thought, well, let's just see what next year brings. So this year we've gotten to the point where we couldn't, so we reached out to another company to get another quote. I have technically 4 quotes here. I reached back out to the ones from last year. One responded and said that their quote would still be valid, but they could not start the work until August. Well, that doesn't do us any good. The other one did not respond. So we reached out to another one here, Dan Christiani Excavating, and they came in with their quote. The quotes ranged anywhere from $64,000 to $19,707. The one that's $19,707 does kind of have like a, what do you call it? If they get into the work and they need to add some work, there's a little bit of like $2,500 that it would be more. So again, it ranges from, we'll say $22,000 to $64,000. So we are gonna go with the one that is currently $19,707. With that, if there is some other stuff, it could be another $2,500 on top of that. They can start this work, I believe, as early as next week, and said the completion would be done by April 24th, so that we're good to open the park up in May.
Which company was that?
This one would go to, the lowest bid was Dan Christiani. Yeah.
I didn't understand that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it was, like I said, we, just to summarize, we had received 3 quotes last year, but they were cost prohibitive, so we just waited to see if our crew could do it internally first. We have been unable to find the equipment that our crew knows how to operate, feels confident operating on our own to tackle this project, because it's quite severe.
Yeah.
Paint it's a rubberized paint, and so the typical grinders that we would use with the glass beads do not work on this, because literally the beads just bounce right off the paint. It doesn't work. And so after having exhausted all of our efforts, and now the splash pad it's an emergent situation. It feels up so badly that there's no way the health department will authorize us to move forward with opening if we don't get it done. And so, I had Carrie reach back out to the others. Like she said, we got one response from one, so their quote has not changed, but they cannot do it till August. The other one didn't respond, and then we reached locally and got this one from Dan Christiani. So, the current low bid on this service would be a not to exceed amount of $22,207.
Just for an example, me and the mayor went over there the other day, they rented this equipment, and we came over there and they got a spot done that was about this big, and that was an hour. And you know how big the splash pad is. We were like, this is not gonna work. They'll be here for weeks, so.
It's just not gonna work. So I would entertain a motion to approve and authorize to move forward with the Dan Christiani quoted, the not to exceed amount of $22,207.
Make that motion.
Motion by Maggie Wild,
I'll second.
second by Ernie Thompson. I did have one final question. We're paying for that out of the Quality of Life or Property Improvement Fund through the
I think we'll have to do both because one fund doesn't actually have enough money to cover the
I thought
full.
one had like 27,000 in it.
No, and one has 11,000 and one has 19,000. Because we've used we got that money in January, so we've already went through some of it.
And of course, my fund report
But
is this way.
I can split the bill and do 2 different numbers on one bill, that's not a problem. And Lacey, you don't have a copy of this because we didn't know which one we were going with, but I do have for Dan Christiani, I already have their insurance
Okay.
and their W-9, I'll give you a copy of this.
Tony said he'll give up his Christmas bonus for the.
There we go. Tony, I'm gonna need $19,000.
A whopping $200 at the end.
Yeah, I said give it up.
Quality of Life has, yeah, your Quality of Life still has 13,900 in it.
Not anymore.
Oh, it does.
That won't
This
include
is
it.
as of the end of the month, so you're saying no.
Correct, that's what, those numbers that I just spit off, those are the current, the amounts that we have in there, because we've already paid more stuff out of those.
Okay. Well, as long
Because
as-
that fund now is kind of like my maintenance fund too, so any maintenance that we've been doing, it's kind of.
Right, well, remember that the council is going to
Yes.
do an appropriation for that too.
So if I have to drain them both right now, I can just write the invoice up and split the numbers to cover it, so
Okay.
then, and then when they give me that money, we'll put it back in.
Okay, good
Yeah.
deal. I'm just asking because regularly, so every year the Parks Department starts off with $30,000 in a quality of life through our Economic Development Income Tax Fund. They have $30,000 every year in quality of life, and then we have $30,000 for property improvement. But we have had to do some repairs at parks.
Yes.
Bertram Park has cost you how much this year already?
So Bertram Park right now, we're at $15,100.
Yeah.
That's
Just-
not in counting that I need 3 more picnic tables at
Exactly.
$1,500 a piece.
Yeah, and we've put cameras up there. I mean, we can identify people who do vandalism there, but it's just that park is consistently a problem. The police know, they drive by regularly, like,
Yeah.
it's really been a problem.
I'm kinda not just sure what to do with that park at this
Well,
point.
at this point, I told her not to put the large metal picnic tables back out.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Wouldn't
wooden
take
ones.
it out because it's.
They like to jump on top of them, and again, depending on if you get an ADA one, they're about 2,000, and a regular one is 1,500. And you get those because they're supposed to last for years, which they normally would. But they jump on the top of them and they break the brackets underneath, and all of the one side of the table is pretty much on the ground. Yeah.
All right, all that said, we have a motion to approve, we have a second by Ernie, all in favor of awarding the, splash pad, repair to Dan Christian, amount of $22,207, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that is unanimous.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you. Don't leave without me, because I'm coming to help you plant trees.
Okay.
Is there any, Perry, did you have anything that we needed to deal with today?
Nothing for this board, no.
Okay, Lacey, you got anything you need from us? Except for Carrie, you'll get her follow up quickly with that information.
I got it right here.
Okay, all right, need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ernie Thompson,
Second.
second